you know what we're here for? This, Taylor's Gourmet Chili. We're gonna make this happen. Here we are on the square in Carlinville, Illinois. Taylor's Mexican Chili Parlor right behind me up here. If you're coming around the square, what you're gonna look for is the sign. Let's take a look at that. There's a sign, awesome. And that's what you're gonna be looking for. It is in the corner, so you just keep rolling around the square here till you see that. We will be making some of this chili a little bit later on. You're gonna like it. But first, let's learn a little bit more about this town and where the chili is made, which is right here. What you're looking at behind me is the courthouse for Carlinville, Illinois. What is amazing about this, when this courthouse was built, it was actually meant to be the biggest courthouse in the United States. When it was built, there was only one other courthouse bigger, and it was in New York City. So this actually is the second biggest courthouse ever built in the United States at the time it was built. Isn't that amazing? Want to check it out and pan it? The courthouse is so big that if you get turned around while you're visiting the city, just look up and it will tower above the other buildings. Head that direction, you'll refine your bearings, and you'll be okay. Behind me is the Carlinville Amtrak station. It looks brand new, it's super clean. And this is a direct route from Springfield going down to St. Louis. And it's such a direct route that sometimes politicians, even presidential candidates, can come through here and the train will stop and they can meet people and it can continue on either going north and south. It stops right here at the center of town, so everybody can come here to catch a train to go to either one of the cities heading south or north from here. It's a good location, and it's the Carlinville Amtrak station. Macoupin County Jail since 1869, wow! I'm not sure if this thing is a cathedral or a jail. Look at the rock walls. And they have something that tourists can stick their face in. So I did. So we're back here at the test kitchen. We are going to make some Taylor's Gourmet Chili. By the way, that town of Carlinville, population around 5,700, it was as busy as a town of 12,000. Cars were everywhere, no matter where we went. Very popular town, or just two routes, Route 4 and Routes 108 run right through that center of town. They have that Amtrak station that is a main thoroughfare between north and south. Maybe that's it. But I was absolutely surprised at the amount of traffic and activity for a town of that size. But you know what we're here for? This, Taylor's Gourmet Chili. We're gonna make this happen. So the first thing I noticed is this is a 2-can system. There's an upper can and a lower can divided here, and you actually take the top off to tear it apart, and we'll get the 2 cans separated and get going on this chili. Okay, I've separated the 2 cans. That's the bottom part. The label came off the upper part. It was sitting right up here like that. Open the 2 cans. The directions are simple. Open both cans, pour them in, and heat and serve as desired. So I did get these opened up. You can tell one is chili right there, and the other one definitely has a maybe a hot looking look to it, because this is habanero. So here we go. We're gonna pour them in, heat them up, and take a bite. And away we go. They are now mixed. We have an open flame running, and it was like the bottom part was mainly meat, and the orange coloring that you saw, that must have been the habanero hot stuff on top of the meat. But it started. We're gonna eat soon. Well, if we're gonna have gourmet chili, my mom set a nice table in preparation for the habanero gourmet chili from Taylor's. So a can makes about 2 of these bowls perfectly. So it can serve 2 people, 1 single can. A review? You expect a review? Well, tell you what happened on the way to the review. A pandemic happened. Yeah, we made the chili, we ate it, and I said, hey, let's wrap this for the day. I'll come back in a couple days. We'll sit across from the table and talk about what we thought about the chili. Pandemic and quarantine happened. So I'm here at YouTube Studios wondering what am I going to do about this? And I decided I got to wrap it up right here and tell you in the studios rather than at the test kitchen. And I want to say thanks to my mom, because that is the test kitchen, and she was the videographer on this YouTube. She went down with me to Carlinville, took all the video, was the person behind the camera, so appreciate all the help with that. But let's get on with the review. Number 1, the amount. It did not make 2 small, tiny bowls of chili. It actually made 2 medium-sized bowls of chili, and that'd be perfect for if you're having lunch or dinner, you know, so it was really good. So the amount was good. And I had 2 types of chili. There are others, but I had the habanero and the regular. You'll be surprised at the taste, and I was too. So let's start with the habanero. It fooled me. It did. I had 1 spoonful and a second and a third. When I did my 4th, I realized I was eating the chili and the chili was going down normally, but the heat of the habanero stayed behind, like on the roof of my mouth and the back of my throat. So as I was doing that 4th, I put the spoon down. I said, time out. All right, need some water. Starting to break a sweat. But it was good. So I had about 2 spoonfuls at a time, and then some water, and 2 spoonfuls at a time, and then some water as I kept, you know, taking in the habanero part. It was good. It was very tasty. And the regular, it was tasty without the heat, of course. I want to talk about the surprise taste that caught me off guard, and if you've never had it before, it's going to catch you off guard too. So as a regular person who just eats regular chili, as everyone else does, I was surprised that this had the taste of definitely Mexican food. I mean, it's called gourmet Mexican chili, right? So why would I be shocked that it doesn't taste like regular chili? So it had a taste, if you're gonna be surprised about it, it was chili. The beans are there and everything that you need to make chili, but the taste reminded me if they would mix in like what you'd see at a Mexican restaurant, like a burrito or I don't know, a Sancho, some of the contents of that in with the chili. When you taste it, it tasted not only like chili, but it tasted like, you know, the contents of some Mexican food that was there. And it really surprised me because your brain is thinking chili mac. No, I hope not. But then you eat this, you go, this is really good. The taste is not standard chili that you have everywhere else. This is definitely of its own type and its own kind, and I liked it. The surprise was good. I go, it says right on the label what it is. Why am I shocked? And it was good. So I really want everybody to try it. And how do you try it? This is the shocker. It's freaking everywhere. How did I miss this? Every store I went into, whether it be a grocery store, even a local, we have a local market called Humphreys here. It's just a locally owned market. It was there. I went into the big stores around. We have a Hy-Vee and a county market. It was there. I drove around town to different places that sell food. I literally found it everywhere. So that was good. That means if you want to try it, and at least if this is a Central Illinois thing, you can go to any market apparently and just kind of walk in. Their website, if you Google Taylor's Homemade Gourmet Mexican Chili, their website will come up, and I'll link to it down below. They list everywhere where that can be found at, and it's quite a list. So if you want something different, I really say you should try it, because it's really easy. Cans open up, pour them in, and you're ready to go. So try it out. Love this thing. It was definitely a surprise taste, and it goes right along with the other Mexican foods. And bonus, I've heard in shows where people say frijoles. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Like, holy frijoles. Well, that's Spanish for beans. There you go. There's your lesson for the day. Have a good one. Be safe. We're still in quarantine. I'll see what I can do for videos for you. Love you. Come on back. Talk to you soon.